Once again, we come to Easter time or the Resurrection Sunday, and I've been asked to sing this song again. And I wasn't going to make this announcement this time, but I see a lot of new faces, so I think I will. I want you to take your imagination and just go with this music. It's not supposed to be scripturally inspired, but it is based within the reality of Scripture, because the Scripture tells us in the Gospels that they pressed Simon of Cyrene into service to carry the cross of Christ, and it mentions the fact that he had two sons with him, Alexander and Rufus. And then later on in the book of Romans, in the 16th chapter, Paul is giving greetings to those people in Rome, and it talks about the fact that he wanted to greet Rufus, who is a choice man in the Lord, and to greet his mother and mine also. So there's biblical reference here that we can build on to understand what this song talks about. And again, as I always say, it's about putting into shoe leather and into our own modern day thinking and in the thinking of what was happening back in this period of time where the Jews would be going to Jerusalem to offer sacrifice for the Passover. And so all that to say, I hope that it is a meaningful song for you as we listen to Watch the Lamb. Ray Boltz is the one who made this popular. Walking on the road to Jerusalem, the time had come to sacrifice again. My two small sons, they walked beside me on the way. The reason that they came was to watch the Lamb. Daddy, Daddy, what will we see there? There's so much we don't understand. So I told them of Moses and of Father Abraham. Then I said, dear children, watch the Lamb. There will be so many in Jerusalem today. We must be sure the Lamb doesn't run away. And I told them of Moses and Father Abraham. Then I said, dear children, watch the Lamb. When we reached the city, I knew something must be wrong. There were no joyful worshipers, no joyful worship songs. I stood there with my children in the midst of angry men. Then I heard the crowd cry out, crucify him. Tried to leave the city, but we could not get away. Forced to play in this drama, a part I did not wish to play. Why upon this day were men condemned to die? Why were we standing here where soon they would pass by? I looked and said, even now they come. The first one cried for mercy. The people gave him none. The second one was violent. He was arrogant and loud. I can still hear this angry voice screaming at the crowd. Then someone said, there's Jesus. And I scarce believed my eyes. A man so badly beaten, he barely looked alive. Blood poured from his body, from the thorns upon his brow, running down the cross and falling to the ground. as he struggled. I watched him as he fell. The cross came down upon his back. The crowd began to yell. In that moment, I felt such agony. In that moment, I felt such loss. Until a Roman soldier grabbed my arm and screamed, "You carry his cross." At first, I tried to resist him. Then his hand reached for his sword. And so I knelt and took the cross from the Lord. I placed it on my shoulder and started down the street. The blood that he'd been shedding was running down my cheek. They led us to Golgotha. They drove nails deep in his feet and hands. Yet upon the cross I heard him pray, "Father, forgive them." Oh, never have I seen such love in any other eyes. Into thy hand I commit my spirit, he prayed, then he died. I stood for what seemed like years. I'd lost all sense of time, until I felt two tiny hands holding tight to mine. My children stood there weeping. I heard the oldest say, "Father, please forgive us. The lamb ran away." Daddy, Daddy, what have we seen here? There's so much we don't understand. So I took them in my arms, and we turned and faced the cross. Then I said, "Dear children, watch the